Great. Good evening, everyone. Guys, I am audible. Please write in the chat if I am audible or not. Okay, great. So give me 1 minute, guys. Okay, let me do the setup first, and after that we will be starting our session. Okay. Great. So I can see a good amount of audience in the chat. Hello, everyone. Hello. Class हिंदी में होगी या इंग्लिश में? It will be in English, but like it will be a simple English, so you will be able to understand everything. Okay, everyone? Yeah. Great. Okay. So I can see 69 of you are there in the chat. So guys, this essentials will be the bootcamp essentials, as you know. This will be a Java bootcamp essential. Okay, so we will be trying to cover each thing that is a basic part, and we will be seeing like the introduction part is today. That is what is the Java, okay, and what is the history of Java, what is the variable, okay, how we can create variable in Java, how memory is getting allocated to each and every variable in Java. Okay, so this will be the introduction part today. We will be seeing about the typecasting, that is implicit and explicit typecasting, and about class and object. What is this class and what is this object? Okay, 1 hour daily. Okay, and after that in day 2 and day 3 we will be covering about the control statement, different control statement we have, that is the iterative statement, selection statement, and the jump statement. Okay, and on day 3, like according to that, we will be planning our day 3, that is a project part, and a good explanation on class and object. Okay, everyone is clear with the agenda, what we are going to cover in these 3 days boot camp? Yeah. So hello everyone. Can you guys write in the chat who all are complete beginner to this essentials or who already know about Java? Please write in the chat. Please tell me the scope of Java. Like you are talking about the scope of a variable. Everyone is complete beginner, or you guys already know something about Java? Great. So those who are complete beginner, like this essential is a gold mine for everyone. Okay, like lot of basics will get cleared. Okay, that I faced during my initial days. I will try to cover each and everything in detail. Okay, all the thing, that is the variable part, the control statement part, okay, and the class and object, everything. Great. So till that time, let me show you how we can mark the attendance, how you can get the certificate and all, right? 1 minute, guys. Let me share my screen. Give me 1 minute, okay? So guys, you all from like which part of like what you are doing currently, everyone? Pursuing BTech or completed BTech, or like from some other degree you are doing BCom or BCA, anything else? Please write in the chat, guys. Yeah. BCA, okay, great. I am a beginner. I have core Java knowledge. Okay, great. BTech, second year, third year. Okay, I will be telling you the roadmap how to be good at problem solving skills also during the sessions, and how you can improve the problem solving skills, how you can start with the DSA part, right? And apart from that, let me see one thing more, that is Java. Yeah. So here, pursuing BTech. Yeah, great. So BC, BSc, BTech. Okay, great. So let me share my screen, right? Present my screen. Please write in the chat, guys, if my screen is visible. No, it is still not shared. Let me see. Not shared, right? No, sir. Great. Let me see why it is not shared from my side. Mm, share screen. Share this one. Share screen. Let me share Chrome only, right? Chrome. That is Windows entire screen. Okay. Still, it is not shared, right? Okay. Let me see that, right? I am the third year student. Not visible, sir. Yeah, yeah, I can see that part. We are fixing that thing till that time. Uh, Great. Give me 2 minutes, guys. Okay. Let me rejoin, and after that, we will be starting our session. Give me 2 minutes, please. Okay. Let me see. My screen is not shared, right? Uh, okay. Now it is shared, right? Yeah. Now it is shared. Great. Now it is visible. Yeah. Sir, can an art student will get IT job? Yes, yes. Everyone like can get the IT job. Okay, what you have to do is you have to follow the structured course. You have to be there in the market. You have to be practicing on the daily basis. Okay, you have to build the problem solving skills, and you are ready to go. Okay, so it is not dependent on the degree. Now you can like if you are pursuing any degree, you can switch to the IT career, right? For that thing, we have this Let's Upgrade program, right? So if I will share you this part, let me share this one, right? So we have one program that will start from 1st of May. Okay. So here you can see, guys, this will be a Java interview accelerator program, and this will be 3 month learning program. Okay, where we will be learning about the DSA part. Okay, in Java, we will be building the problem solving skills. We will be exploring all the data structure from A to Z. Okay, and here you can see the live sessions that will be 120 plus hour of live learning will be given by you, like by the expert developer. Okay, there will be 3 mock interview that will be conducted by the working professionals from the industry that will share you the feedback about how you can go into the IT industry, how you can give the interview, what all you have to take care while giving the interview, right? So that will be very beneficial. And after that, here you can see there will be more than 100 plus problem statement, and these problem statements are those problem statements that are frequently asked in the interview. Okay, so if you are able to solve these many problem statement by your own, okay, like without cheating and all, then it is like you will get placed there, right? And after that, here this is the main USP of our program, that is your money will be in your safe hand. Okay, if you are not getting placed after 180 days of after 180 days of completion of the program, you will get the money refunded, right? So here you can see the duration of the program, that is 3 months will be the duration of the program. After that, here you can see the eligibility criteria, that is BTech or any similar degree, right? You can enroll in this program here, right? And here you can see the fees options, that is fees will be 5,900 rupees. That is a very minimal fees. On this minimal fees we are launching this interview accelerator program, and here your money is also in the safe hand, and we are providing you the 100% placement guarantee here, right? So if you will scroll down here, you can see the student who all got placed from this interview accelerator program here, right? After that, you will get the certificate, and here you can see you will get what all you are going to learn here, right? That is the OOPS concept, JDBC in detail, SQL, DSA, IntelliJ will be the IDE where we are typing the code, okay, and Java will be the main language with the help of which we are learning DSA, right? And after that, here you can see who all are going to train you, who all are going to be there in this bootcamp, in this Java interview accelerator program, right? So there are trainers who are having more than 5 years of experience. They will share you the knowledge. Okay, they will share you the path, the right guidance, and it is like it is a win-win situation for everyone, right? So you can download the browser from here, and if anyone is interested, they can enroll in the program from here, right? This one, and this batch is starting from 1st May 2023, right? And after that, let me cover the yeah let me cover this one, right? That is the attendance and all. What you have to do, you have to go into the description part, and here you can see the option of attendance, right? So from here, you can click on this link, and what you have to do is like you have to sign in. Okay, it is taking time, right? Yeah, sign in with Google. After that, yeah, here you can see, here you will get the option of mark attendance. So you have to mark the attendance on a daily basis in order to get the certificate, right? So here you have to go, and here you can see the options of marking the attendance. That is, you have to give the rating. That is, if you are lacking the session, and there will be like there is 2 more program that is going on currently. That is 6 month Let's Upgrade full stack program and 6 month Let's Upgrade data science program. The link for these program you will get from here in the description itself from here, right? So you can go to this link and you can explore what all we are going to learn in this data science and web development program, guys. Okay, and after that, if you are interested, you can click on yes. If you have any improvement on the bootcamp essentials, you can click on here and you can select the options, right? And you can submit your attendance, right? And after that, on day 2 and day 3, you will get the assignments also. You have to complete the assignment on time, and I will share you like how I will tell you how you can submit the assignment, right? So this will be the introduction part. Give me 2 minutes, and after that we will be starting the session, right? I'm not able to register. Sachin, try to video is blurred, sir. Try to include everyone if the video is blurred, right? Till that time, guys, if you have any question, please write in the chat, right? Anything you have to ask about the bootcamp essential, anything? Uh, Great. The screen is blur. Okay, give me 2 minutes, guys. Okay, let me share the do the setup first, and after that we will be starting the session. Okay, because I have launched this session from different laptops, so give me 2 minutes, and after that we will be starting the session. Okay, everyone. Till that time, let me do that part, right? So, guys, till that time, let's start the introduction part. Till the time my system is getting updated, right? So, according to you guys, anyone from the audience, what is this Java, right? Like, why we have to learn Java? Anyone from the audience? Why we have to learn Java? And what is this Java? So, guys, it is like Java is the most favorite part in the interview. Okay, like most of the company ask question on the Java because most of the company use Java as their technical stack, right? So Java play a very vital role in getting a lot of opportunity. Okay, so there is a huge demand of Java in the market, and at the same time there is a competition also because there are a lot of developer who have already learned Java, right? So in order to excel in Java, you should be like the first is what you should be clear with the basic part, right? That is the basic of Java. That is the core Java. After that, you have to move to the DSA part, right? Learn different data structure and algorithm, right? And after that, you can move to the problem solving skills, right? So you have to pick a problem, you have to solve the problem, and we will be discussing about all the problem solving skills, like how you can build the problem solving skills, right? So here, let's start with the introduction part, right? Okay. So here, today we will be discussing about the history of Java, okay? And after that, we are moving toward the how Java program execute, right? Program execute. And after that, we are moving toward the setup part. That is here, we are using Visual Studio Code. After that, we are learning about a simple program on Java. Okay, how we can write a program on Java. And after that, we are moving toward the variable part, right? So we will be covering all these things in the today session, right? Yeah, great. So everyone is clear with the agenda? Learn how step accept to solve anyone. Okay. Java is a high language, robust, object oriented, and secure programming language. Correct. Okay, great. Like I can see a lot of jargon here, right? To development, most likely language at JavaScript. Knowledge TV saying ki hey, like for development, most like it is JavaScript and Java. But good company use like the most of the company use Java in the as their technical stack. All the like good companies use Java as a technical stack, and JavaScript is also very like it is a modern language, and now like companies started using JavaScript, okay, for the front end part and for the back end part, but especially for the back end part, most of the company use Java, right? Great. So the setup will take time. So let's start with the session, guys. Okay. So guys, history of Java. Let's cover the history of Java first, right? So it was Java, like anyone from the audience who developed Java, it was developed by Sun Microsoft, right? Sun Microsoft. So Sun Microsoft was there, and that developed Java in 1990s, right? And the developer who worked in this Sun Microsoft was James Gosling, okay, Mike Sheridan, and we have the third person, that is Patrick Norton, right? So these three person are the main one, and apart from these one, they have their team, and the name of the team is Green Team. Okay, with the Green Team, they came up with the language Java. Okay, so what they want, like, yeah, this one. So in the initial phase, they name the text as Oak. Okay, in the initial phase, they name the text this Java as Oak. In 1995, they wanted a legal copyright on this text, that is Oak. But due to some copyright issue, they are not able to get the legal name, right? This name they are not able to retain. So they came up with a new name in 1995, that is Java, and from 1995 till present, we have the name Java, right? And why they want Java? Why they have started with the Java one? Because they wanted a language at that time in 1990s. C and C++ are already in the market, right? At that time, they wanted a language that is platform independent, right? Platform independent here. Yeah. And at the same time, they wanted a language that can follow OOPS principle. Okay, so we have this one, that is platform independence, and this Java is what, object oriented programming language. So they want these two features, and like there are other features also, but these two are the most important feature they wanted in their language, right? So we have two parts, that is platform independence and OOPS, right? So let's try to explore these two parts first, right? 1 minute, guys. Okay, give me 2 minutes, guys. Okay, like my system is has restarted, so let me join with the second system, so it is very easy for me to teach, right? So 2 minutes, guys. Okay. This one. Guys, are you able to hear me now? Yeah. Can you guys write in the chat if I am audible now? Yes, all good, right? So there was some issue in my laptop, so that's why, sorry guys, from my side, like, yeah. So let's start the session now, right? 1 minute. Let me Java online compiler here, and yeah, share the screen. Wait. So my screen is shared, right? Yeah. So we have discussed about the interview, this one, the history part of Java. So now let's move to the second part, that how Java works behind the scene, right? And like what we have learned till now, we have learned about two technical words, that is the platform independent, right? And the second word is what? Object oriented programming, right? Independent. And we are saying ki hey, Java is based on, like, Java is platform independent, and at the same time Java is what? It is based on object oriented programming, right? So what is this oops? Anyone, what is this class and object? From the audience who know something about Java, what is this class and object? Okay, class and object, please write in the chat if you know anything about class and object, guys. Let's see. So guys, no one from the audience? Anyone? Class, what is a class? Okay, great. So yeah, let's try to take the example of okay, let's try to take the example of this one. Uh, Class can define on parameters at same function. Okay, and one more thing, guys. If you are there in the bootcamp, this is a live session, so try to answer each and everything, right? So if you will try to answer, then you will get the concept clear, and at the same time, I will get to know yes, you know about this part that much, so I will cover that part in detail. Okay. Otherwise, I will skip some part and you will not be able to get the proper understanding of that thing, right? Yeah. So here I can see only one of you of the audience have answered this question. That is, class is used to space the object. No, 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 no. Okay. So great. So let's take the example of Tejas, right? So Tejas is here. Tejas is here, and Tejas, like, Tejas got a lottery and he is very happy now, right? Tejas got a lottery and he is very happy and he wants to construct a house. He wants to construct the house, right? So what happened? So Tejas have a money, right? He has a lot of money and he wants to construct the house. So guys, can you tell me Tejas will go to which person first? Write in the chat. Okay. Okay, class is a blueprint, object is an instance of class. I got the idea. Okay, here my question is, Tejas, if he has to build the house, he will go to which person first in order to construct his house? Anyone from the audience? Property dealer. Okay, let's assume he has already bought the property, right? Correct. So Lenu is correct here. So this stages will go to the architecture first, right, everyone? So there is an architecture, this one, and architecture here, right? So he will go to the architecture and he will tell the requirements, right? What he want in his house. That is, he will tell the properties and he will tell the functionality of the house, right? Functionalities of the house. That is, he want three rooms, 3 bedroom, 2 kitchen, 2 hall, 2 floor house, right? And what functionality will be there? There will be automatic door, or there will be like you can say like there are different functionalities there, right? So what Tejas will do, Tejas will go to the architecture and Tejas will say, ki, hey, I want this many properties and I want this many functionality in my house. And architecture will do what? Architecture will then create a blueprint for the, okay, architecture will create a blueprint for Tejas, right? Or you can say template for Tejas, right? Template of house. And after getting the blueprint or template of the house, Tejas will go to the builder, okay, to the contractor, and this contractor with their worker, okay, will construct the house for Tejas, right? Let's assume this is a house that got constructed, right? And Tejas is very happy now. Tejas will say ki, hey, Tejas will go inside the house and Tejas will say ki, yes, I will now use the functionality and property of the house, right? House. So here, guys, if I have to relate this example in the world of programming, then this Tejas is a client. Okay, so client has some requirements. Okay, and client will tell the requirement to the programmer, right? And programmer is a person that will create the blueprint or template of the house or anything, okay, of the software, right? So this blueprint or template, okay, is called what? It is called class, okay. And the blueprint or template, okay, contains properties and functionality of a object, right everyone? And this property is called data member, okay, data member in Java programming. And this functionality is called member function in Java programming, right? So data member means you are storing some information, and member function means you are performing some action, right everyone? And after that, this blueprint or template of house, right? And after that, this house is a real world entity, right? Real world entity. And this house is called, the moment the house is constructed, this house is called object. So object is a real world entity, and with the help of the object, Tejas is able to use the properties and functionality of a class, right? So object is a real world entity with the help of which we can use the properties and functionality of a class. Class is a blueprint that defines the data member and member function of an object. Okay, so this object will be created by the JVM behind the scene. Okay, JVM is what? It is Java Virtual Machine, right? Virtual machine, right? So this is about class and this is about object. Everyone is clear now what is class and object? समझ नहीं आया यार? सौरभ ऐसा मत बोलो यार, समझ नहीं आया. Like Saurabh, what you are not able to understand, please write in the chat who all are not able to understand anything from this example. Like what you are not able to understand. Please write in the chat, guys, if it is clear, yes or no. What is a class? A class is a blueprint or template of an object. Okay, class is a blueprint or template of an object. So this architecture is doing what? This architecture is designing the blueprint or template of the house, right? And like here is the architecture, right? Here is the architecture. So he will do what? He will design the blueprint or template of the house, right? House. And here like this, right? Like this and like this, right? This blueprint or template is called class, right? And this class contains what? It contains data member and member function of an object, right? And how we can access these data member and member function of a class? When we have the object, right? This Tejas, right? This one. So Tejas is able to access the member function. The Tejas is able to access the properties and functionality when the house is constructed, right? Saurav, now it is clear. Everyone is clear now. Priyanka is saying I'm not understanding anything. Okay. Uh, okay, great. So Priyanka, tell me, Priyanka and Saurav is not able to understand. Anyone else apart from that, like not able to understand anything? So we are discussing about oops, okay, and oops consists of class and object. Simple. So we are discussing about class and object, right? Class is what? Class is a blueprint or template. Okay. So sir, please explain object through the example. Okay, great. Uh, so let me try to explain that part again, right? Here. Okay. So let's assume. Let's take one more example, right? Should I take one real life example, or attribute can handle with the help of entity? Now don't go with the technical word that is attribute and entity, because here people are not able to understand about class and object also, right? So let's first clear this part, right? So please explain about, okay. Hmm. So try to understand like this. Uh, okay. So guys, you all know about fruit, right? Or you can say Priyanka, right? Priyanka is there and Saurav is there, right? So guys, you go to college, right? So you have the college. This is your college, right? College is there, right? And you all go as what? You all go as student, right? You all go as student in the college, right? Now clear? Should I take one more example? Everyone is clear? So let me take this example also, right? So we are like, we all have went to the college, right? So in the college you all have the IDs, right? You all have the IDs, and in the IDs, like how anyone can understand who all you are. So in the IDs you have the name, you have the uh, branch, okay, you have the address part, right? You have the let's assume phone number, okay. So this is the ID, right? So here, this ID is acting as what? It is acting as the blueprint, right? It is acting as a blueprint. So let's assume Priyanka is here now, right? Priyanka is here and Priyanka have one ID. So Priyanka will take the blueprint, okay? And Priyanka will say, ki, hey, I now Priyanka is acting as a object, okay? Object with respect to the college, right? With respect to the college. So Priyanka have some name, that is name is what? Priyanka here, right? Branch, let's assume the branch is IT, right? Address is XYZ, right? And phone number is something like this, right? So this is what? This is the object, right? This is the object, right? Everyone is getting that point? Or you can understand like this, ki you have fruit, right? So fruit is a class, right? Fruit is a class, and fruit has some data members and member functions. Let's assume the data members, that is properties, are what? Color of the fruit, right? And you have the shape of the fruit, right? And the functionality is what? Functionality, that is healthy, okay. Is the fruit is healthy or not? So if I will take one example, so this is what? This is a class. Fruit is a class, right? Fruit is a class because fruit is a class. Why? Because class is what? It is a blueprint or template that defines the properties and functionality of a object. So the moment I have apple, right? I have apple in my hand. So this apple is what? This apple is the object. Why? Because apple has some color, that is red color, right? Has some shape, that is oval in shape, right? And the functionality was, it is good for health, right? Similarly, you have watermelon. It is again and object, right? Everyone is clear now, yeah? So this is about class and object, right? When I will do the practical implementation, then you will get the clear idea, right? Yeah. So now let's move to the second part, that is platform independent. What is the meaning of platform independent, right? Anyone from the audience, what is this platform independent? Correct, correct. Atul is correct. Again, you can take the example of car. Car is a class. Okay, you have different car, right? You have Mercedes, you have Audi, right? So these are what? They have some designs. They have some features, right? Similarly, you have phone. Phone is a class, right? Phone is a class. You have iPhone. You have Realme phone, right? So these are what? These all are object. The moment you are using the real world entity, that is an object, right? You, me, and everyone. Everyone is an object. This pen, you can see this pen, right? This pen is an object, right? Because I'm using the pen. I'm using the functionalities and property of a pen, right? Yeah. So the next thing is, what is platform independent? We can run any platform. Okay, but what is the meaning of platform first? Guys, what is the meaning of platform? So here we are saying कि in 1990s, okay, 1990s, when Java originated, right? At that time, C and C++ are already in the market, right? So this C and C++ lack the feature of platform independence. They are platform dependent language, right? Platform dependent language. So what is the meaning of platform dependent, and what is this platform? This platform is what? You have the system, right? You have laptop, you have PCs, right, at your home. So platform is what? You have the hardware, and on the top of the hardware you have the operating system that manages your hardware, right? That manages your hardware, and these two combine contributes to platform, right? These two combine to platform. So we got the meaning of platform, right, everyone? Platform is clear. So now what is this platform dependent and what is this platform independent? So let's try to understand this platform dependent first, and then we will be moving towards the platform independent, right? So here, so yeah, so we are saying here C and C++ are platform dependent, right? So let's assume here we have written a code on in C, right? We have written a code in C. So the extension of the file is what? .c, right? And here we have the name of the file. Let's assume the name of the file is first.c, right? This is clear, guys. If you save some photos, right? So you have the name of the photos, and after that you have the dot, and after that the extension part, right? That is .jpj, .png, right? Similarly, here also, when you save a C file, the extension is .c. Similarly, when you save a C++ file, the extension is .cpp. Similarly, when you save a Java file, the extension is .java. Right, everyone? Yeah. So this one. So we have the file, right? And here we have written some code. We have written some code, right? This is source code, right? So we have written some source codes. After that, what we will do? Okay, we hit on the compile button, right? So there is a compiler. There is a compiler. Yeah. 1 minute, guys. Right. So there is a compiler who is sitting, and compiler is what? It is a program again, right? Compiler is what, guys? It is a program again, and the functionality of compiler is what? This compiler will check the syntax. This compiler will check the rule of that language. Okay, rule of the language, whether you have written the correct syntax okay, you are following the correct syntax of the C language or C++ language, or you are following the correct rule of that language. So you have different compiler, right? So basically for C and C++, we have min-gw compiler, right? Min-gw compiler here. Okay, so we have the source code that is compiled by the compiler, right? And compiler will check the syntax and the rule of the language. After checking everything, if everything is correct, this compiler will generate a executable file. That is, the extension of this file is .exe, and this file contains machine code. Machine code means the code that is understandable by computer. Okay, understandable by computer, right? That is 0 and 1 format code, right? 0 and 1 format code. So we all are human, we understand English word, we understand plus minus, right? Decimal values, right? Decimal format numbers, right? So we understand all these things. So what we have done, we are like writing, we are following this C language, we are using C++ language, and we are writing the code so that it is easily understandable by human. But our computer understand only 0 and 1. So compiler is there who will take the source code, compile the source code, and convert the source code to the machine code, that is .exe file. Okay, so we have this .exe file, and this .exe file will tell the computer ki, hey computer, you have to perform this thing, and I want this output on the output screen. Right, everyone? Yes or no? So this .exe file that is executed by the processor, executed by the processor, and you get the output on the output screen, right? Output on the output screen, right? This one. Similarly, if you will see here, if you will go to the search, and here if you will type calculator, right? So you get the calculator, right? This, 1 minute, calculator, this one, right? Calculator is what, guys? It is a program itself, right? It is a software. Software is what? Collections of program, right? And here you can see when you type something 7 8 this 9 plus 6 5 9, right? So what happens the moment you click on the equal to button? Something happened behind the scene, right? So there is a program that is written that calculates the addition of two numbers, the subtraction of two number, right? So here, similarly here also, we have the executable file, and this executable file will tell the computer ki, hey computer, you have to perform something, right? And I want this output on the output screen, because our computer, if I am doing nothing on the computer, then computer is what? It is a dumb machine, right? It is a dumb machine. We human has to tell computer ki, hey computer, you have to do this part, you have to add two number, you have to play a video on the desktop, right? You have to play a MP4 song, right? You have to open a JPG file, you have to type something on the keyboard, right? So we have to tell that part. And how we can tell that part? With the help of the software. And software is what, guys? Software is a collection of program. Everyone is getting that point? And we understand English, okay, we understand numbers, we understand special symbols, but our computer doesn't understand this part. So we have to find a way in that, like we have to find something that converts this source code to the machine code so that it is understandable by the computer itself, right? You guys are getting that point? Now it is clear? Yes or no? Please write in the chat if it is clear till this point. Only Neha is able to understand. What about others? Yes, Java 1. Yeah, correct. It is clear, right? Okay, great. So now, great. So here, so now we have the executable file. This .exe file we have, right, guys? And now what we want? here. We want to execute this .exe file. Let's assume this one, right? Let's rub this part. Okay, let's assume we have compiled the source code. We have written the source code on the window system, right? We have written the source code on the window system. That is, let's assume we have Atul here. Okay, Atul wrote a source code. Atul said ki, hey, I wrote a program that can calculate anything, okay, that can calculate any two number, right? That is, the calculation program is written by Atul. So Atul will do what? Atul will say ki, hey, I have done my part, and like there are three friends of Atul. Okay, let's take Sneha. Okay, let's take Ram, and let's take Amit, right? So here three friends are there, that is Sneha, Ram and Amit here, right? And they are like, they are saying, hey, like I don't know like how I can write the code. So they are good friends. So Atul is saying, hey, what you have to do? You have to do nothing. You have to take the code. You have to take my code. Okay. So Atul will share what? Atul will share this executable file. Atul will say, hey, take my executable file, run the executable file on your system, and you are done with it. Okay. You are able to get the output on the output screen, right? So here, but the main factor is what? Sneha is having MacBook, right? Sneha is having MacBook here, and Ram is having Linux, right? Ram is having Linux, and Amit is having Windows, right? Amit is having Windows, right? So the moment Atul will share this executable file to Sneha, then this executable file will not run on MacBook, okay, or not run on Sneha PC. Similarly, when Atul will share this .executable file to Ram, it will not run on Linux. Similarly, when this executable file is shared to Amit, that is on the window machine, then it will work. Okay, then it will work. So we are getting one thing, that is this executable file, this .exe file is platform dependent. Okay, platform dependent. It runs on a specific platform. It runs on a specific platform, and platform is what? Operating system plus your hardware. So Amit is having the same OS, that is Windows. That's why this .exe file is executed on Amit's system, but it is not executed on Sneha and Ram's system because they have different OS, right? So this is a major problem in 90s. Hey, C and C++ are platform dependent. Okay, everyone? Yes or no? Now it is clear what is the meaning of platform dependent. Anyone has any doubt? Please write in the chat. Sir, Java pure object. No, Naren, it is not pure object oriented. Okay. Please write in the chat, guys, if it is clear, yes or no. Anyone has any doubt till this point? Correct. So give me 1 minute. Yeah. So now, so like James Gosling and Patrick Norton and like they are 3 person, right? With their green team, they are working on that part. Okay, they are working on that part. They wanted a language that is platform dependent. So let's understand how platform independent, right? So let's understand how Java is able to achieve this platform independency, right? Platform independency, right? So again, we have the source code, right? We have the source code that is written in Java, right? And this time, since we have the Java code, so the extension is what? .java, and let's assume the name of the file is what? First.java, right, everyone? Okay, first.java. This is my source code, right? And again, the moment I will compile the source code, and this code I am writing on window. Okay, this code I am writing on window here. So the moment I will run the source code, that is, I will first, it will go to the compiler. Compiler is a program that will check the syntax, the rule of the language, right? Syntax and the rule of the language. And after checking for compiler, here the compiler is what? Java C compiler, right? Previously we have min GW compiler, but for Java we have Java C compiler, right everyone? So this compiler will check syntax and the rule of the language, and this compiler this time will not directly generate executable file. This time the compiler will generate dot class file, right? Dot class file, and this dot class file will contain bytecode. Okay, that is encrypted code. Encrypted code. Okay, if you will try to open this bytecode, you will get like you will not be able to open this dot class file. Okay, after that we have the bytecode, and this bytecode is platform independent, right? Platform independent. Let's see how. Let's see how this is platform independent. So we have the bytecode. Now what happens again here? Let's take Narendra, right? Narendra is here, and Narendra is having Linux, right? Linux, and Chandra is here. Chandra is having Window, okay, and we have Sneha, right? Sneha is here. So these three are there, and what happens now? We have the dot class file, right, everyone? So this time again Atul is here, right? Atul is the person who have written the code again. Okay, Atul already know Java, Atul already knows C and C++, right? So Atul wrote the code, and now Atul is saying, ki, hey, this time, like previously when I have written the code in C and C++, I'm not able to execute the code on different machine, right? Different operating system. But this time I have written the code in Java. And what you have to do, guys, Narendra, Chandra, and Sneha, what you have to do, you have to install JVM. Okay, you have to install JVM in your machine. Okay, I will tell you how you can install JVM in your machine. JVM is it is Java virtual machine that is installed on the top of the operating system, right? It is installed on the top of the operating system here. So you can see like this. This is Linux, and on the top of the Linux we have JVM, right? Similarly, we have Windows, and on the top of Windows we have JVM here. Similarly, we have Mac, and on the top of Mac we have JVM here, right? So JVM, again JVM is a program, right? JVM is a program. So what happens now? We have the dot class file, and this time Atul will share this dot class file to Narendra, right? Atul will share this dot class file to Chandra, and Atul will share this dot class file to Sneha, right? And this dot class file will be taken by the JVM now. Okay, JVM now. It will be taken by the JVM, and JVM will do what? JVM will read the bytecode line by line. Bytecode line by line. Okay, line by line. So in Linux, in Windows, and in Mac, JVM is on the top of the operating system, and it is taking the bytecode and it is reading the bytecode line by line. And since it is reading the bytecode line by line, and after that it is executing the code. Okay, it is executing the code, right? So here JVM will take the bytecode and it will generate executable file. That is, executable file is generated here. Executable file is generated here. Executable file is generated here. And this executable file is executed by the processor, and you get the output on the output screen. Processor here, right everyone? Yes or no? So here Java is able to achieve platform independency with the help of bytecode and with the help of JVM. And since JVM is reading the code line by line and converting that code to the machine understandable code, okay, it is acting as an interpreter here. Now everyone is clear? Yes or no? Please write in the chat. Why Java is able to achieve platform independency? It is clear. It is not Java, it is JVM and bytecode that is helping Java to achieve platform independency. Everyone? What makes a language an object oriented? It is class and object. Okay, and you have pillars of oops, right? So you are able to understand that part also, Anirudh. how will we apply JVM in dot class? Okay, I'm like coming to that part also. Okay, like how we can install JVM and how this dot class file will go to the JVM, that we will be seeing here, right? So what you have to do, sir? So we have to save the that file dot java. Yeah, we have to save Neha. Okay, we have to save that dot java file, right? Okay, so let me share my screen. Give me 1 minute, right? Uh, okay. Okay, let me share my screen, right? Why C and CPP is platform dependent language? I told you, Sanskar, right? We have that executable file and that executable file is platform dependent because we are not able to run that executable file on different OS, right? That means if you have executed that code on Windows, then that executable file is only executed on Windows. If you will try to execute that .exe file on Mac or on Linux, it will not get executed. That's why it is platform dependent, right, Sanskar? Shankar, sorry, yeah. So what you have to do, guys, you have to create a folder. Before creating a folder, what you have to do, you have to install JDK and you have to install ID, right? So here, so let me show that part also, right? Why we need JDK and this, right? So here, guys, this one, right? Yeah. So here we have to write the source code somewhere, right? My screen shared, right? Let me see. Not visible, right? 1 minute, guys. Let me see. Share screen. Why it is not visible? Okay. Give me a minute, guys. Let me see why it is not visible. Hmm. Yeah, it is not visible. Uh, should I join again or what? Let me join again, right? Hello. Yeah. What happened, sir? Okay, so there was some screen issue, right, from the YouTube side, I think. So now it is visible, right? Yeah. So here, what you have to do, guys? Here, this one, right? This one. So we need a we need something. We need a software or something where we can write the source code, right? And that something will be your editor or IDE. So here we are using Visual Studio Code, right? Visual Studio Code, right? And we need JVM, okay? We need this Java C compiler also, right? This Java C compiler also. So we need what? We need a IDE, that is Visual Studio Code, and we need what? We need a JVM Java C compiler. Okay, so for that thing we are installing JDK. Okay, everyone. So how you can download JDK? So what you have to do? You have to go here and click on install JDK. Right? Install JDK here. So the moment okay, not install, download JDK. If you write, you will get the point, right? Download JDK, right? So here, open this first link, that is Java, download this one, and from here you have to go down, and from here you can see you can download JDK for Linux, Mac OS, and for Windows, right? Now my screen is visible, right? Yeah, correct. So from here you can download this x64 compressed archive. You can download this part, and you have to just, it is simple setup. You have to just click on next, 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 and it will get downloaded, right? Similarly for Windows also, x64 installer, go to this part, download this one. You have to click on next, 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 and this JDK will get installed in your system, right? After downloading JDK, what you have to do? You have to download Visual Studio Code. So go to download Visual Studio Code, right? So from here you have to click on the first link, and after that you can download this .zip file. Okay, that is for Windows, right? Similarly for Mac and for Linux you can download this part, right? That is .zip file, and this one, right? So you have to download the Visual Studio Code, and again it is simple setup, right? But I don't have PC or laptop. It is possible in mobile. Vivek, it is not possible in mobile, right? You have to like take one laptop, right? So what you have to do after downloading Visual Studio Code and JDK, what you have to do? You have to go to the C drive. Okay, let me go to the C drive first. That is this one, this PC, and here C drive, right? Inside the C drive, you have to go to the program files. Inside the program files, here you can see the Java folder, right? This one. This one, guys, you can see the Java folder, and after that you have to open JDK. Inside JDK you have to open the bin folder, right? And in the bin folder you have to copy the path. This above path you have to copy, right? So click on this and copy this one, right? That is ctrl plus C, or you can right click on this and copy the path, right? I don't think it is possible. Vivek, it is not possible, right? Yeah, yeah. Can you please? Okay, so here you have downloaded you have copied the path. After that what you have to do, go to the search and click on search for edit the environment variable, right? 1 minute. Why it is not showing here, right? Edit the environment variable. So you have to click on edit the system environment variable, and after that here this screen will get pop up, and from here click on environment variable, right? And after that click on this edit, right? No, no, sorry, not edit. Here you have to click on the new one, right? System variable, new one, not new one, right? So you have to click this one. Let me see. This one, no, and this one. Okay. Edit the environment variable. Sorry, sorry, my mistake here, guys. What you have to do is you have to click on this path first. Okay, this path first, right? And after clicking on the path first, you have to click on edit. And after clicking on edit, what path you have copied from the C drive, okay, that is C drive program files Java, okay, you have to paste the path here. How you can paste? You have to click on new, and after new you have to paste the path, this path here, right? That is a bin folder path. And after pasting the path, you have to click on OK, and after that you have to click on OK, and your environment variable is set, right? Both can work, okay, Lena. It is like you can install the archive or installer. Try to install the installer and it will get downloaded, right? So here, after setting the environment variable, what you have to do? You have to create a folder, right? Let me create one folder here, this one. So here, click on new folder, and here you have to create any folder, that is Java Bootcamp, right? So this one, and after that you have to open the Visual Studio Code, this one, right? And in the Visual Studio Code, click on the file. Inside the file, click on open folder, okay. Since I have created the folder in desktop, that is Java boot, right? This one. So I will select this folder and I will select the folder here. So I am now inside the folder, right? Yes, I trust the user. So here I am inside the folder. What you have to do? Click on this file icon, right? Click on this file icon and click on first, like you can write first.java. That is, you have to create a Java file. So you can write any name, that is first dot, after that the extension part, that is Java here, right? And after that here you have to write the code. Let me increase the font size, right? This one. So here you have to write the code, and let's start with the code, right? So what you have to do, since Java is based on object oriented programming, so we will use class and object in it, right? So here also we will have a class, that is class keyword, okay. We have to create a class. So for creating a class, we have to write class keyword, right? And after that you have to write the name of the class, okay. For our file, the name of the class is what? It can be anything. It is a good practice to write the name of the class same as the file name, right? Okay, so here the file name is what? First. So my class name will be what? First, right? First. After that, open and close curly bracket. Inside this first class, you have to write the main method. Main method is a method from where the execution will start. So here, this one, that is, we have public static void main, right? And after that we have string f, right? This one, okay. So we have this method, right? So from this point our execution will start, right, everyone? And inside this we have to write the code. So here let's print something, that is system.out.println. So basically in C we have to use printf to print anything on the output screen. Similarly for C++ we have cout to print something on the output screen. Similarly for JavaScript we have console.log to print something on the console. Similarly in first like in Java we have system.out.println, and we have to create a open and close round bracket, and inside this, in the double quotes, if you have to print any English statement on the output screen, you have to write inside the double quotes. And here let's write hello world, right? Hello world here, right? And this part. So I'm done with the part, and at the end you have to write return keyword, right? So I will tell you what is this public, what is this static keyword, and what is this void and all, right? So let's first save the code, and after that what you have to do, you have to run the code. And in order to run the code, click on the terminal, okay. Open the terminal here, and inside the terminal, first what you are doing, you are compiling the code, right? So here, in order to compile the code, that is, in order to compile the source code, you have to write java c first dot java, right? This one. So the moment you will click on the enter button, right, you can see here I have just one file, that is first.java, okay. The moment the compilation is done, what happens? We get the bytecode, that is .class file. Let's click on the enter button and let's see whether we are getting some .class file or not, right? So here, see, we got a .class file, right guys? we got a dot class file here the moment the code is compiled. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to, and here you can see the file is not displayed in the text editor because it is either binary or uses an unsupported text encoding, so it is a encrypted file, right everyone? So we got the dot class file, and after that what you have to do you have to uh, you have to run this dot class file on the top of the JVM, right? So JVM is already installed the moment you have installed JDK, right? So here, in order to run this dot class file, what you will do, you will write Java, that is the command is what Java, and after that you have to write the name of the file, that is, sorry, the name of the class. Here the name of the class is what, guys? It is first, right? So here I have to write first, right? First, and after that click on the enter button, and you can see you are getting hello world on the output screen, right everyone? So you are telling the computer, hey, please print hello world on the output screen, right? Everyone is clear to this point? Naren, it is a good practice to write the class name in the capital letter, right? The first letter should be capital. So guys, till this point, anyone has any doubt? Please write in the chat. Anyone from the audience, anything you are not able to understand till this point, please write in the chat. So guys, why we have installed JDK, right? Anyone from the audience, why we have installed JDK? What is the JDK? So guys, what happens? So what we have done, we installed Visual Studio Code, and we know Visual Studio Code manage your program files where you can write the code and you can run the code, right? Visual Studio Code, right? So this is clear. But what is the use of JDK? So guys, JDK is what? It is Java Development Kit, right? Java Development Kit, right? So you can understand JDK like this. Hey, you have a big folder that is the JDK1, right? Inside JDK, guys, inside JDK, you have a folder that is JRE, right? JRE. JRE is what? It is Java Runtime Environment. So you have JDK, that is Java Development Kit. Okay, I'm not writing the full form here. And this JRE is what? Java Runtime Environment, right? Plus you have the compiler that is used for compiling the Java code. Here inside the JDK, you have that compiler, that is the Java C compiler. Plus you have some Java document, okay, Java doc. Plus you have some debugger to debug your code, right? Debuggers, right? So you have these things inside the JDK. And this is a Java runtime environment. It provides the environment where you can run the Java code, this Java runtime environment, right? And inside JRE, you have JVM, right? You have the JVM, okay, plus some class and libraries, right? Class libraries here, right? So this is a whole blueprint of JDK, JRE, and JVM, right? So JDK is what? So you can understand like this. So JDK provides the environment, okay, to develop and run Java application. To develop and run Java application, right, everyone? This JRE provides the environment, that is Java runtime environment, provides the environment to run, only run, okay? This JDK provides the development and running of the Java application, but this JRE provides the environment to run the Java application, right? And we have JVM. You know what is a JVM? It is used to run the Java program line by line. Run Java program line by line. And inside JVM, you have JIT, right? That is just in time compiler, right? It is just in time compiler. And here, just in time compiler is what? It helps JVM, helps the JVM, okay, for executing Java code fastly, okay, for executing Java bytecode fastly. Everyone is clear with the JDK, JRE, JVM, and JIT. Please write in the chat, guys. Please write in the chat if it is clear what is this JDK, JRE, JVM, and JIT. So the moment we are installing JDK, JRE is there inside JDK, and inside JRE we have JVM. So JVM is now on the top of the operating system, right? And we have the compiler, this compiler that is installed already when the moment I have installed JDK, right? Yeah. So guys, what I'm telling you here, right? So this one, right? So every program, like if you are using C and C++, you have the entry point from where the execution will start. Entry point from where the execution will start, right, everyone? And that entry point is the main function, right? Yeah. Main function. So in C and C++, you have main function. Similarly, in Java, you have public static void main function. Right, everyone? You have public static void main function. So let's go to the previous slide, this one. 1 minute, let me see. Okay, previous, this one. Mm, This slide, right? This slide. So yeah, when we are discussing about class and object, right? So we have, like, we know this is a client, Tejas is a client, right? And we know what is a class, right? We know what is a class. That is, class is a blueprint or template that defines the properties and behavior of a object. And we know what is a object. Object is a real world entity with the help of which we can access those properties, those behaviors that are already defined inside the class, right, everyone? So this is a very important point. Okay, the key point to note here is if the moment I have the object, with the help of the object, we can access the properties and functionality of a class. Properties and functionality of a class. Right, everyone? So if the house is not constructed, Tejas will not be able to access the rooms, right? Tejas will not be able to access the kitchen. Similarly, if you are not able, like if you are not having Apple, then you are not able to access the properties and functionality of an Apple, right, everyone? So it is very important to have the object, right? Yeah. It is very important to have the yeah. Sandesh is
Hi,
here.
sir.
Yeah.
Am I
Hi,
audible?
Sandesh. Yeah, you are audible.
Hi guys, I'm here just for a small cameo, so I can explain you all the things like registration, attendance, and assignment. I just missed that. I supposed to be here at the start of your session, like at 7, but we had some technical issues. That's why like a lot of you guys are not getting that message that you have this essential bootcamp and you should join live, right? So that's why we might see a less watching today. About I think we have 60, 70, and you can actually leverage that thing that you have very, you can say, less amount of students joining, and you can solve your every little doubt, right? So I'll take you like only 5 minutes. Just give me some 5 minutes max. Then we can continue, right? I hope that everyone is learning a lot of things in Java. I can see that we are on JVM, JRE, something like that. I used to study this in my graduation days, like FY, SY days, and this just remind me of my old like college days and all. So apart from that, let's just go into that registration all about. I hope everyone is clear till then, till now that what we are learning, right? So we can go ahead and I can tell you how you can download your certificate after completing these 3 days of Essentials Bootcamp. Right. So just give me a clear like clarification if you are clear, all like all your doubts are clear, and we can go ahead for that certificate wala part. Right. Yes, sir, clear. I just don't want to interrupt your studies, guys. That's why I'm just reconfirming that you are clear till then, till now. Neha is asking a stupid question. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
a
yeah.
stupid question.
Yeah, it is a very good
Yeah,
question. It is asked most time in the interview when I am the fresher. Yeah.
right. So if you want to answer that, I'll also listen what you're saying. I'm just curious about that answer now. So we
Mhm.
can then go ahead and like discuss the certificate and all the registration all part if you want.
No, no, no. First, discuss that part because it will take time, right? It will take 5 to 10 minutes. So I have to
Yeah,
cover the basics first, right?
okay then. ठीक है done. So I'll just share my screen. I hope everyone is watching here on YouTube, right? So if you're guys watching on YouTube, we have this little part what we call is as you can say description. So here you can get all the links what you need in this program. We have our own website where you can see all the things about like attendance, assignment, and your classes links, daily class links, right? So you just have to go here. If you are not registered, you'll get a pop-up that you should enroll in this program before going ahead. Click on enroll me and just make sure to reload this tab once. Okay, let me close this because when okay, just give me a second. Huh. After reloading, you will get an option on day one. Here, just you just have to scroll down a bit, and you'll get that mark attendance toggle here on day one. Similarly, after day one, we are getting this toggle. After day two and day three, after starting the session initially at 7 p.m., you will get this toggle to mark your attendance daily, right? Now you just have to click on this mark attendance tab if you feel that this is a good program and you can refer to your friends. Then you can tell us like you can give the marking till 10. This is the question, right? It's actually a very simple question. If you can recommend this today's session, which is Java Programming Essentials Bootcamp to your friends, so that they also can learn a lot of new things about Java and get the certificate at the end of this bootcamp, right? So, and the second question is if you're interested in doing like full stack programs, one which is web development, where you will learn a lot of things from front end, back end, database, and everything. What a front end developer, or you can sorry, not a front end, a full stack developer should know every little thing, and this or these all things will be taught by a industry expert who is actually like working right now in the industry and working on a lot of projects. But as a passion, as you can say a part-time job, they are teaching you the skills which are actually needed in the industry, because a lot of full stack programs what they do, they go on any like Google and they just read all the curriculums and they'll just crash that curriculum and put it in their like syllabus. But what we have, because we have a lot of trainers who are working in industry, so our program curriculum is you can say a lot advanced and oriented around the tech which is currently used in the industry as a web developer or as a data scientist. So if you want to be a developer, like full stack developer, you can click on yes. I just give you a lot of explanation about our full stack program. So if you are interested, just click on yes. If you have any suggestions on this program, if you think that we need to improve on that part of this essential, you can click on that and you just have to submit your attendance. Now after submitting, you can see your progress bar is increasing. Now what is this progress bar? Is just to track your progress, what you are doing in this essential, right? So if you say you mark your all the attendance and if you submit your assignments which are on day 2 and day 3, you'll get 100% of progress. Now to download your certificate, you just need 50% of progress. So for that, you just have to mark your attendance and fill your assignments on the like on the time basis what we have given to you, right? And if you want to be a part of a community where we have a lot of developers, and if you want to solve your doubts which can be related to tech or which can be related to anything in general, developers doubts, you can join our telegram groups where we have I think 17,000 developers, and they are active, they are chatting with each other, and they are getting a lot of help from our community. So you can join that if you want to have every update about our upcoming and ongoing programs of let's say essential bootcamps. If you want to learn any other language like HTML, CSS, Python, JavaScript, we have a lot of bootcamps going on for monthly basis. So you'll get all the updates on WhatsApp. You just have to join that group, and that's it for like communities all about. If you are like interested in joining a larger community, you can go on our Discord wall apart. I think the Discord link is not there in the description. I'll add it after this session. But if you want to join the Discord group where we have a close community, where we don't have that much of students, but all the students are very, you can say, interactive, and they can solve your every small doubt if you have any. All right. So apart from this, you'll get the certificate at the, like, after completing this 3 days of essential. And I think that's it. I think you are clear about how you can get that certificate, right? If yes, you just give me a quick confirmation so I can take a leave and you can continue your Java learning.
Thank you, Sandesh.
I hope that you guys all know that we are offering a like placement guarantee program. I hope that Abhishek sir have told you that we have a placement guarantee program, and that
Yes, yes,
too at just 5,900 rupees. If you are interested, again, this is a 3 months of Java plus DSA where you have three mock interviews, and I we have actually 150 plus companies tied up to place you. So if you don't get placed after 6 months of completing your program, you'll get all like 100% refund. So this is what we are offering, because we are offering this for our community, for our students, because a lot of you guys asking us to have like a program with a bit of less, you can say, fees. So this is for you guys. If you want to learn Java DSA, you can enroll in that. So I hope I'm clear about all things and I can take a leave. Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
yes. Thank you, Sandesh.
Thank you, Abhishek sir. I'm
Yeah, thank.
really sorry for interrupting in
No
between
issue,
your
no issue.
teaching. Bye bye, sir. Bye, guys.
Thank, thank you, guys. Thank you, Sandesh. So I can see, okay, 52 of the. So guys, can you write in the chat if you are like, if you know these things already, or like I'm going in too detail, or like my teaching is what? Please write in the chat. Okay, according to that, I will like go at a faster speed or go at a slower speed, or I will maintain the same speed. Okay, please write in the chat, guys. Rate me out of five. Okay, rate me out of five, everyone. Two, three, one, four, three. Anyone? If you are liking the session, okay, thank you, everyone. Yeah, Neha, like I will answer that part also. Great. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so anyone who are not able to understand anything, please write in the chat also. Okay, I will be there to help each and everyone. Okay, this is a live boot camp, so you have the opportunity, right? When there are less people, then you have lot opportunities. When there are thousand people, then it is like you are not there in the crowd, right? So here there are 58 or 60 people side, right? 60 audience are there. So you can ask anything related to the course, related to the curriculum, related to the IT field, anything, okay? So I will take 10 minutes after the session and I will try to clear all that part, right? So let cover that part. That is, guys, what we are covering here. We are covering ki hai, Tejas is there, right? Tejas, you are here or like you have left the call? Yeah, Tejas is here, right? Yeah, Tejas is here. So, guys, yeah. So Tejas can access the properties and functionality of a class only when the object is created, right? And object is created by JVM, right? This is a very important point. Without object, it is not possible for you to access the properties and functionality of a class. Everyone is getting that point? Yes or no? Okay. And who is responsible for creating the object? JVM is responsible for creating the object. So let's come to the code here. This one, right? This one. So we have public static void main string args, and we have this one system.out.println hello world, and we are using return keyword, right? So let's try to decode this part also, right? Why we have public static void main? Anyone from the audience who already know the basic? Why we have this public static void main? Okay, anyone? So guys, here you have the JVM, right? uh, C folder, right? You have the C folder, C drive. Inside the C drive, you have the program files, right? Inside the program files, you have Java folder. Inside the Java folder, you have JDK. Inside JDK, you have JRE. Inside JRE, you have JVM, right, everyone? So JVM is sitting here, right? Yeah. So JVM is sitting here. This is your JVM. Yeah. So this is your JVM. And JVM is what? It is a program, right? JVM is what? It is a program. Inside JVM, this public static void main is written. Okay. Inside JVM, this public static void main, I'm writing the short form, that is public static void main, is written. So the moment JVM will execute the code, JVM will say, hey, first I will search for this prototype, that is public static void main. Okay, because JVM is saying, hey, because this is the entry point from where the execution will start. So first, I have this prototype written inside my program. So I will search for this prototype. So that's why you have a class. Okay, any class, right? This is a first class, right? Yeah. And inside the class, JVM will search for this prototype public static void main. That's why we are writing public static void main string args here, right, everyone? After that, why public keyword? Why public keyword? Public is a access modifier, right? So public is what, guys? Public is a, yeah. So public is what? It is a access modifier. Access modifier. So public keyword is telling JVM ki, hey, you can call me from anywhere. Okay, if you have to call this main method from anywhere, you have to write public here. Everyone is getting that point? Yes or no? Okay, JVM is saying ki, hey, I am a program and inside my program, this prototype is written, that is public static void main. I have to call this public static void main. JVM is sitting where? Inside the C drive, program files, Java, JDK, JRE, JVM, right? So JVM has to see, right? JVM is here and JVM has to see ki where public static void, like this main is written. So in order to make main visible to JVM, in order to make main visible to JVM, we write the access specifier as public. So this main method is now visible to JVM. So this JVM can call the main method. So here public is what? It is an access specifier to call main method by JVM, right? And JVM is sitting anywhere, right? From anywhere you can call the main method. That's why you are using the public keyword, right? After that, this is a void, right? What is a void? Okay. So those who have some understanding of functions, they can understand this void keyword, right? Those who don't have any understanding, let me give one example here, right? This one. So let's assume you have a box, right? You have a box and the functionality of the box is what? The functionality of the box is to print name on the output screen, right? The functionality of the box is what? To print name on the output screen. So here Neha is here, right? Neha is saying, hey, my name is Neha. So Neha is giving the input as Neha here to the box, and the box is doing what? Here the code is written and that code is doing what? It is printing Neha on the output screen, right? And nothing. The output is what? Here the output is nothing, right? Nothing. Okay. Similarly, we have Darshan, right? Darshan is here. And Darshan is saying, hey, I want to add two number and I want to get the result out of it, right? So here Darshan is giving two number as input, right? That is 2, 3. And here program is written, that is to add two number, right? Two number, add two number. So there some program is written that will take 2 and 3 as input and it will produce 5 as result on the output screen, that it will return 5 to us, right? So here if I have to code these two parts, if I have to code the first part, that is the Neha one and the Darshan one, so here what will happen, guys? what will happen here? I will write ki hey, let's assume the name of the function is print, right? Print. And after that, this print is taking a parameter. The parameter is what? String name. Okay, string name here. And here what you are doing? You are printing system.out.println name on the output screen, right? The functionality is done and we have to return nothing. So when you have to return nothing, then you have to write the keyword return, and after writing the keyword return, you have to return nothing. And when you are returning nothing, then the return type will be void of the function. Then the return type will be void of the function. Similarly, here for Darshan case, here Darshan has to add two numbers. So some int a comma int b. What is this int a, int b? We will be discussing in the next session, right? Int a, int b. And here what you are doing? You are adding the two numbers, that is int result is equal to a plus b, right? And after that, Darshan want this result as a return value. So what Darshan will do? Darshan will say, okay, return, and after that result. Okay, here what kind of data Darshan is returning? Here Darshan is returning integer kind of data, right? So here the return type will be int, right? Here the return type will be int. So if you are returning nothing, then the return type will be void. So here JVM is saying ki, hey, my work is what? My work is to call the main method. I have done that part. I don't want anything from the main function. That's why, since JVM doesn't need anything from the main function, we write the return as nothing. Okay, everyone, we write the return as nothing. Everyone is clear? Neha, it is clear now? Okay, main is what? Main is the name of the function. Okay, main is the name of the function. So now come the most important part, that is static keyword, right everyone? Static keyword, right? So what we have discussed till now, Tejas is there, right? Tejas is sitting. Tejas is saying ki, hey, I am watching the whole lecture, and like what is my task? Like I have the object, right? I have the object. So Tejas, with the help of object, can access the properties and functionality of a class, right? And this object is created by JVM, right? So JVM is doing two parts, right? So here JVM is saying ki, hey, JVM here, right? So JVM is saying ki, hey, I will call the public static void main, right? The second part is what? Public static void main is the entry point of the execution. Entry point of execution, right? Execution. So two parts is there here, right? This one, right? So JVM is saying ki, hey, I will call public static void main, and public static void main is the entry point of the execution. Okay, so try to focus on this part. This is what, guys? Okay, this is what? This is a class, right? Class first. And inside this class, we have the functionality, right? Inside this class, we have the functionality. And in order to access the functionality, in order to access the property of a class, we have to create the object, right? We have to create the object. So who will create the object? JVM will create the object. JVM is saying ki, hey, I am responsible for creating the object. Responsible for creating object. Okay, so here JVM is saying ki, hey, in order to access any method, any properties of a class, I have to create the object, and with the help of the object, I can access the properties of a class. But JVM is saying this point also, ki, hey, I will call the public static void main, and public static void main is what? It is the entry point of the execution. So JVM is saying ki, hey, since I have not called public static void main, since no line of code is executed, no line of code is executed. So how JVM will create the object? So how JVM will create the object? So here there is a conflict in the statement, right everyone? JVM is saying ki, hey, I am responsible for creating the object, but since I have not called the public static void main, since this is the entry point, how I will create the object? In order to create the object, I have to execute some line of code, right everyone? Yes or no? I have to execute some line of code in order to create the object, right? But here JVM is saying, hey, this is the entry point of the execution. So I have not created any object. So here what developer has done, developer has used this keyword static. So static is saying ki hey, without creating the object, okay, static is saying ki hey, without creating the object, we can call the method by making the method as static, by making the method as static. Okay, this is a very important point, right? This one. So here JVM is saying ki hey, I will make this method, we are making this method as static. So JVM will call this main method without creating the object. Everyone is clear now? Yes or no? Please write in the chat. No. Pulkit, try to write a void, right? It is a good practice to write void. Okay. Why static keyword? Very important. Like in the interview, they will ask you the question on the static keyword, and you should know why, like this, why we are using the static keyword, right? There is a contradiction right here. That's why we are using the static keyword. Anyone from the audience who are not able to understand this part? Yeah, it is clear. Please write in the chat, guys, if it is clear, yes or no. Okay, so this is about public static void main, this is about return keyword, this is about the static keyword, and this is about the public keyword, right? So guys, okay, so here let's take 5 more minutes, and after that we are ending the session, right? Okay, guys, write in the chat if you got the clear understanding of public static void main. Okay, tell me what is this variable. Okay, just the general and discussion on the variable part, because I am covering the variable in the next session in detail, right? Yeah. Why variable? Anyone from the audience who know about Java? Okay, who don't know about Java, anything you know about variable, please write in the chat. Okay, it is just a discussion, right? Simple discussion. Repeat static part, please. Okay, I will repeat that part again. Till that time, please write in the chat, guys, what is this variable? Anyone? Variable are used to store different type of data, including number, characters, and object. Okay. Anyone else? So only Darshan. So here, guys, variable is what? It is a. It is what? It is a named memory location. Okay, named memory location. Right. So variable is what? We are giving a name to a memory location, and that memory block, that memory location is acting as a container, and that container is used to hold data inside it, hold data inside it, right? Inside it. So guys, here variable is what? It is a named memory location that is used to hold data inside it. So why we use variable? What is the need of variable? Anyone from the audience? Need of variable. Okay, the last question of today's session. Let's see why we need a variable. Store data, yeah, like this is a functionality, right? This is a functionality of a variable ki we can hold the data inside it. But why we are holding the data? Anyone? Why we are holding the data? Store, define, and assign. To store data. Guys, why you hold something? Okay, why you hold something? Anyone from the audience? In the rainy day, you hold some stock, right? During the COVID time, you hold some stock. Why you are holding the stock? To perform some operation, correct? Anyone else? To manipulate, yeah. Anyone else? Okay. So we hold the data so that we can access that data, we can reuse the data again and again. Reuse the data again and again. That's why we have to create a variable. Right, everyone? Yeah. So we have different kind of variables that we are going to discuss in the tomorrow session in detail. Right, everyone? So the tomorrow session agenda is what? Tomorrow session agenda is what? Variable. After that, we have typecasting. Okay, so we will be trying to cover the variable part in 30 minutes, typecasting again in 20 minutes, right? And after that, we are going to discuss some, okay, we are going towards the control statement, right? And in the control statement, we will make a project, that is the ATM machine project, right? And after that, we will make one more project, that is number guessing game project, number guessing game project. And after that, we are going to like, if we have some like time left, then in day 3, okay, we are going to discuss about the oops concept, okay, in detail. What are the pillars of oops concept? Anyone from the audience, what are the pillars of oops concept? Okay, like what are the pillars of oops? And one more thing, guys, there are a lot of things to discuss in oops, so I will try to cover some of the part, like why oops concept, okay, why there is a need of oops concept. When C and C++ are there in the market, then why we need oops concept, right? This is the first part, pillars of oops concept. Okay, what are pillars of oops concept? How many pillars are there, guys? How many pillars are there? Why this course is here? You should make it. Oh, great. Okay, anyone from the audience who knows anything about the pillars of oops? Okay, anyone? How many? Four, six, four, six. Okay, like I'm getting a lot of different answer. Okay, so guys, what happens? There is one principle of oops concept. Okay, oops concept, and to get like to, okay, to implement this principle, we have 3 pillars. Okay, we have 3 pillars of oops concept. Like this is a correct way of understanding oops concept. In Google, if you will search on the Google, this one, right? 1 minute, let me search that part, right? So here, if I will search here, pillars of oops, so you will get a lot of different answers. Here you can see, we have 4 pillars, right? Here you can see we have 5 aspects of oops, and if you will open, you will get the option of 6 also, right? So here you can see, are oops principle 3 or 4? So there are a lot of confusion on the internet whether we have 3 pillars of oops, whether we have 4 pillars of oops, but we have only one principle of oops, and in order to attain, in order to implement that principle, we have to like we have to learn that 3 pillar, right? It is like building a bridge, right? It is like building a bridge. So if you build a bridge, what you have? You have the pillars, right? Okay, you have the pillars, right? So in order to build the bridge, you have to build the pillar, right? You have to implement the pillar. So we will be discussing about that part in day 3, right? Yeah. So this will be the thing, and there's one more, like there's one person who is asking about static keyword, right? So is it okay? Darshan saying it's fundamental concept programming because it's the basic. Okay. So, but in Python, I learned about 6 pillar of hooks. Okay, it is like it differs from like explanation to explanation, but according to what I have learned, okay, it is 3 pillars and one principle that I will disclose in day 3. Okay, Firoz, please be there, and you will get the clear understanding of this one, right? Mainly, we call 4 pillars, but it is 3 pillar and one principle. And in order to achieve that principle, we have to implement 3 pillar, right? Okay, Firoz. And there was one person who is asking about the static keyword. Are you present here, or everyone is clear with the static keyword? Anything else? Now the doubt session is started. So if you have any doubt, please write in the chat. Okay. Sneha is saying abstraction, polymorphism, inheritance, encapsulation. Clear? Everyone is clear, right? Yeah. I was asking. Okay, Rick is asking about the static keyword. So Rick, it is about 1 minute. This one, right? Mm, right. Yeah. So where we are? This one. So again, I'm explaining that part, right? Because yeah. So what we have learned here this point, right? This one. So JVM is there. So the task of JVM is what? JVM is responsible for creating object of a class, and object is responsible for accessing the data member and member function of a class. This part is clear, Rick? The second point is what? JVM is responsible for calling the public static void main, and public static void main is the entry point of execution. So JVM is saying ki hey, since you have to since I have to call this public static void main, since I have to call this public static void main, and this public static void main is what? It is a method of a class. According to Java, in order to access the method, in order to access the property of a class, you have to create the object. So Java is saying to JVM ki hey, you have to create the object in order to call public static void main. But JVM is saying to Java ki hey Java, like I am responsible for calling this public static void main, and since public static void main is the entry point of the execution, since I have not executed any line of the code, how I will how I will create the object? Okay, it is not possible, right? Without executing any line of the code, it is not possible to create the object. So this is a contradiction, and in order to overcome this contradiction, we are using the static keyword. So static keyword is doing what? It is saying ki hey, without creating the object, we can call the method, we can access the properties. Okay, we can access the properties, we can access the method by making the method or by making the variable as static, right? Now it is clear. So there is a contradiction, right, between the theory and between JVM, right? Pulkit, yeah. So tomorrow we will be seeing how we can store the data behind the scene, like how the data gets stored, right? It is clear, right? Apart from that, any other question, guys, you have? Okay, you have 5 more minutes. If you have any question, you can ask in the chat, right? Anything related to anything, okay? Related to how to go into the IT field, anything like which language is best. If you have any doubt, you can ask. No one? So guys, this is all for today's session, guys. You can explore the remaining part, and apart from that, we have that Java interview accelerator program. Try to explore that part. It is a very good opportunity because if I am the complete beginner, I will try to enroll in that program because it is like either I will get the placement or I will get the money back, right? So it is a win-win situation for me, right? Difference between Java and JavaScript. You can say ki here, Lanu, it is like a, if you have to, I will tell you the practical implementation of Java and JavaScript. So I have used Java. Okay, I worked on the Java. So basically, if you are working on the backend side, right? So if you want to make your career on the backend side, go with Java, right? If you want to learn the full stack, that is the front end part and the backend part, okay, both, then you can go toward the JavaScript because our browser understand only JavaScript. Okay, here you can see now, here this part. So here you have Chrome, right? So if you will inspect the Chrome here, this one. So if you will inspect the Chrome, this one, and if you will open the console, so there is inbuilt JavaScript compiler there, right? So here if you will write console dot 1 minute, let me write that part, right? Console dot log, and here you can see hello world, right? This one. So here you can see you are getting hello world on the output screen, right, Lenu? So what happens if you have to implement front end part, basically the front end part. So you have to learn about the JavaScript because front-end, in order to implement front-end part, you have to know about the JavaScript, HTML, and CSS, right? So JavaScript play a very important role in order to make your website dynamic, right? So that part you can achieve with the help of JavaScript, right? And if you want to go to the backend part, you can do that part also with the help of Node.js, right? Node.js and Express.js are there in the market. You can learn about Node.js and Express.js, and you are good to go, right? But if you want to make your career in the backend department, then go with the Java, right? Like Shimla and Shimla Mirch. Uh, Shimla Mirch and Shimla. Uh, that I'm not able to relate, Firoz, right? Sir, how Java works in its industry? Like there is a very huge demand of Java, right? First of all, if you will see, there is a huge demand of Java, and at the same time, there is a competition in Java also, right? Because when the demand is high, competition will be high, right? Similarly, if you will talk about the front end part, there is a demand of front end, right? But not as compared to Java. But at the same time, the competition in this front end part is less, right? Because there are not good front end developers available in the market, right? So, but what you have to do, guys, if you are going to a good company, they will not judge you on the basis of Java, JavaScript, Python, and all, right? They will see your problem solving skills, right? So they will give you a problem and they will ask you, ki, hey, how you can implement that part, right? So it is all about problem solving skills, right? Yeah. Firoz, I got that point. Yeah, with Gulab and Plasma. Yeah, Java is general purpose programming. Yes, yes, I. Which language should we learn in beginning? So Tejas, if I have to I have started with C, and after that I moved to C++ in my college days, and at that time I practice this DSAs. Okay, that's competitive programming in C++. And after that, when I moved to the industry, then there is a demand of Java. So I moved to Java, and after that I moved to JavaScript, right? So at that time I'm working on the JavaScript part, but it is like if your base is clear, right? Again the same thing I will tell you ki if the base is clear, like my base is very clear in the C and C++, my base is clear. So it takes hardly 10 to 15 days to learn Java, and at the same time it takes hardly 10 to 15 days to learn JavaScript, right? It is all about the problem solving skills. So if your problem solving skills is good, you can learn any language in 10 to 15 days, right? So like if you have to start, if you're a complete beginner, and if you just want to go to the backend part, right, go with Java. Okay. And yeah, like everyone try to go with Java itself, right? And if you are interested in front end part, then go with the JavaScript. And what you can do is like if you are confused, what you can do, you can go on the Google, you can search like what is the demand of Java in the market, what is the demand of JavaScript. Okay, what all applications are built using Java, what all applications are built using JavaScript, Python, and all. Okay, and according to that you can decide your career, right? But again, language doesn't matter. It is all about the skills, right? It is all about the problem solving skills. Is there any assignment for today's session? No. It is Darshan, again my point will be same, right? If you will give me Python today, I will learn Python in 10 to 15 days. Why? Because my basics is clear, my problem solving skill is clear, right? So Darshan, you can learn any language hardly in 15 to 20 days. What you have to do is like take one language, that is either Java, either Python, either JavaScript, master that language, right? So that if anyone is asking something from that language, you are clear with that part, right? And at the same time your problem solving skills should be good. Okay, Darshan? Which website is better to solve for Java program? Shankar, I'm not able to get your question. Can you please elaborate? Correct, correct. Get your basics correct, and after that, master the single language, right? There is a demand of Java, so you can master that Java part because there is a good demand of Java, right? Yeah. And if you have to go to the data science and all, then you can do that part in Python. But the concept of data structure, the concept, the basics will be same. The variable will be same in JavaScript. Okay, it is used to hold the data. The principles will be same, right? Yeah. What difference between Java and Java, sir? अरे यार, like how I can tell you the difference between Java and Java, Ajay? I told you that part, right? Try to explore that part. You can search that part on the Google, right? So Ajay, what you can do is like you can explore that part. Okay, if you have to deal with the front end part, go with JavaScript, right? And front end and back end both, right? Go with JavaScript. If you have to be good at this back end part, go with Java. And if you have to make the problem solving good, you can go with the Java itself. Okay, start with the Java. Okay, it is very good. And after that, you can learn JavaScript, you can learn Python and all, right? And again, the answer will vary. Answer will vary because I have learned Java, so I am suggesting Java. If someone else has learned Python and he is good in Python, he will suggest you Python itself, right? Someone has learned JavaScript, he will suggest you JavaScript. Okay, it is like I have I know about Java, C++, okay, and JavaScript. So it is like you can go either choose Java or JavaScript, right? But if you have to move in the competitive programming, okay, then go with Java itself, okay? Because after that you can learn JavaScript and all, right? What's about today's assignment? There is no assignment today because we are covering the basics part. From tomorrow, when we will cover the advanced part, then we will be having the assignment, okay? Yeah. So guys, this is all for today's session. Hope you are able to get the good understanding of the behavior of Java, how Java works behind the scene, right? And about public static void main, about class and object. Thank you for there, like there in the session for 9:15, right? You are there for 2 hours 14 minutes, right? So thank you everyone for attending the session. Tomorrow, come again and we will be having a great session tomorrow, right? Because you will be learning a very good things in the tomorrow session, right? Yeah. Thank you everyone.